Welcome to Mug this is Mug Second, and today let's talk about this meta of sector qualified in Richmond. And I'm here in this iswumeta.net. That is a great site that have a lot of information here. I will show you this later. But let's start here with the all the leaders that we have in the tournament. For sure, we have here the 60 Sabine ran probably most, I think all of them is with ECL. I didn't see one yellow in the top 64, something like that, but yes. The second leader most played here is Queenland, and probably all of them with Turkentown. Maybe we have some greens or blue ones, but in the top 64 for sure all of them was Turkentown. Here we have Han Solo, but this is different because we have Han Solo green and yellow, and we're going to talk about this later. You have this Cat Bane. For sure, that most of them is Circuits out too. We have Anakin, probably with Colossus, Luke Skywalker from set 1, but we don't even see a single Luke in the top 64, which is kind of crazy because we saw Luke getting more space in the last sectors, and now we just don't see him at all. Darth Vader from set 1, this increased a lot. Look at this, 27 Darth Vaders from set 1. I wasn't expecting this, but it is a good mid-range deck right now with the Data Vault, and we're going to talk about Data Vault later too. Here we have the Garsaxon, Piet, qi'ra. qi'ra is, I think, is the main surprise of this tournament because we're not seeing qi'ra at all in the last sectors. Like, we couldn't see one of two in the top 64, something like this, but it's not like now that we have this qi'ra version with the Data Vault that is insane, is really good, and we're going to have gameplay with it really soon. The Boba Fett, this is one that I think was the third leader or the fourth in the last sectors in the place of most played, and now look at this. He's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 11th place. So yeah, so drops a lot. For sure, this is due off the Triple Dark Raid, because without the Triple Dark Raid, the deck is not bad, but it's not good like it was before, like not even close with the Triple Dark Raid for sure. And the meta changes, right? We have the Palpatine. I was expecting more Palpatine, but in my Discord, talking with the community, one of the members told me that Palpatine is more famous, more popular in Europe than in the United States. So this makes sense, right? The Darth Vader from Jump to Lightspeed, that this is surprising too, because we've seen more and more of this leader, and I think we're going to see more because we have a yellow version that made, let me see here, top 25 that is really good, and we can talk about this later too. We have Leia, Rey, Kazuda. We start to see more Kazudas right now because we don't have the Jango to stop here anymore. But now all of the leaders here from this down place here is more like random leaders like Poe, Wedge, Krennic. Like, it's not bad leaders, but it's not in the meta like tier S, tier 1 or something like this. Like, we have a Rose Tiku here. This is okay. If you play with this and you made a great result, bro, you're really good. So yeah, let's talk about here right now the top 8, the top 16. Sabine won the tournament, and I didn't know this before, but Torque says in his video that Sabine, this is the first major event that Sabine won. So I always saw in the groups everyone, oh, we need to suspend Sabine, suspend ECL, something like that. Sabine never won a tournament before like this, a major tournament like this before. And I know Ken won PQ, something like that, but major tournaments like with more than 200, 300 players, this is the first time that Sabine do this. And as we can see here in the top 8, we only have one Sabine. The second one is this 11th place. And we don't see too much. We can keep scrolling here. We see more qi'ras than Sabine in the top 64, I think. Like, not top 64, but like top 18 here, top 16. We have 3, 4, 5 qi'ras and only 3 Sabines. So yeah. And this, I need to congrats this Solo that made the 10th place. This is Antonio Zanuto here from Brazil. So congrats, man. He represents the Brazil there in this tournament. So congrats. And as we can see here too, we have one Anakin, and we don't have too many others here in the top. Look at this. let's see. I think, yeah, this is the second one at the top 46. He goes to the top 64. I think in the other video I showed that only 2 Anakins go to the top 64, and one of them made top 8. So amazing, right? 2 in the top 64, so half of those go to the top 8, and he made top 4, which is great. And I will show his list after, which is really different than the normal ones that we've seen right now. So yeah, we saw here a Han Solo yellow and green. So yeah, Han Solo is still a great leader. We don't need DJ to be a good deck with Han Solo yellow. We still can, like, we changed the version to not like the value thing, because Han Solo yellow wants to, okay, I will play this unit, bounce yours. So now I have a better board. Now I have more value in the board. Now it's more the aggressive, you know, it's more aggressive because we don't have DJ anymore. DJ just made this value thing like way better than you can do without it. So yes, we have the qi'ra data vault for sure, because look at this, 1, 2, 3. Just in this screen right now, we can see 4 qi'ra data vault. qi'ra data vault is dominating the meta right now. Is really cool, and I will record today a gameplay with it. You have Cad Bane, Tarkin Town, and Quillan Vols for sure. Quillan is really good. Was good, and the Django meta, and is still good right now. So yeah. So now let's talk about the top 8 list. So here we have the Quillan that made top 8, and here is a pure list of Quillan. I think the only thing that can be different, but I don't know, is the Bamboozle in the main deck. I don't play Bamboozle here in my local meta, but if I'm going to play a huge tournament, for sure, if I'm going to play with qi'ra, with Quillan, for sure I'm going to play with Bamboozle in the main deck, because in the major tournament, you don't know what you're going to play with. You're probably going to play against pilot decks or something like that, because Bamboozle is really good because it's like a removal that you maybe just discard a cunning card from your hand, and you don't even need to pay the cost too. And you can defeat a leader with this, because if you're playing like against Boba Fett from jump slide speed, he can just deploy, then okay, Bamboozle, I will bounce this is a leader that can go to your hand, so got defeated. So yeah, this is a huge removal against pilot leaders. And like I said, if you're local meta, you know your friends, you know the players of your local stores, so you know what they like to play, what they're going to play with. So sometimes you don't need the Bamboozle in the main deck, not even in the sideboard maybe, but I think for a major tournament you need to be prepared for everything, so Bamboozle in the main deck is really good. But I think the two like different things too here is in the sideboard. This Shadow Hover tank, if you don't play in Petranaki, you probably never saw this card played before. But yeah, in Petranaki we can see more of this card, and now in Petranaki we have this best of 3 thing. So I start to see more of this playing against Quillan. This card is good, but think like you're playing against Sabine. He already played something in the turn 3, maybe he spent resources to play K2 or something like that, or Rebel Sword, I don't know. If you play this one, his Sabine, their Sabine can't pass through it, you know. If he attacks, he loses Sabine and don't defeat this one, so it's good. And the Simplifying Fighter, like I said, depending of the meta, and for a major tournament, for sure this card is amazing in the sideboard or even in the main deck, because it's a cost 3. You can play maybe turn 2 to ping something, then you could defeat an upgrade maybe if you're not playing against, if you're not even playing against a deck that is upgrade. Maybe they have like in the mirror, they have the L3, they have the shield, maybe you play your first, you play L3, then ping yours, taking out your shield, then turn to you play this Simplifying Fighter to taking out the shield or something like this, so you can trade it. So yeah, you have a lot of options. This card is really flexible, right? Now let's talk about this Cad Bane character that made top 8 too. This is a pure list, but we have some different here. That is this Hound's Tooth. That is almost the same effect of Boba Fett. It don't do the 3 damage, but it's like a shoot first. But you can only do this if your enemy's unit is exhausted but enters in the last turn, not in this one right now. So yeah, but most of the deck here is pretty the same. This version with the Jabba the Hutt, but don't have the 2 of them, which is kind of different. But yeah, it's good because you can play McClunky for 0. You can play Sneak Attack for 1. You can play more thing Waylay for 2, which is good. But now here, I think 2 differences here is this TIE Phantom in the sideboard, because we're not seeing this too much in the Django meta, because This card in the Janko meta is really bad because Jen can just defeat this really easy, and we don't have like too much controls in that meta, so why playing with this? And the second one here is Ruthless, because Ruthless in the Django meta is bad because in the turn with 6 resources, if you just play Ruthless against Django, you just lose the game. You don't do nothing, you know? You just, okay, can do 2 damage to something, 2 damage to the base, and then don't have anything else to do. Against Django, you need to use like this Relentless Pursuit to capture something, Waylays, if he used Triple Dark Raid or something like that, he have a big unit. You can't just play Ruthless Raider. But now we don't have Django anymore, the meta is more different, we have more mid-range, more control decks back to the meta, so Ruthless Raider is good again. So yeah, this is something that you need to be aware if you don't updated your listed yet with the new meta. So yes. Here we have the qi'ra data vault that I talked before. This list is really good, and we have a lot of things to tell here about this list. As you can see, we have more than 50 cards. We have 60 cards because we need to play with plus 10 cards. So this gives us the opportunity to play with more big units. Sometimes we're playing with like 3 invaders, 1 Maul, or 2 or 2/2. I don't know, but this list we can use 3/3 because we need to fill our deck with units, with more things. So we have the Super Laser Blast back, and I think I will say this here. Yeah, so okay, I just spoiled the traitors too. But yeah, we have the Avenger, we have the Devastator, we have the traitors in the main deck, which is, I like it. Inside 3, I play with qi'ra ECL and qi'ra with 30 HP base for a few weeks here in my city. I did pretty well, but I think I hate traitors back in the day because it's not what you want to do against like Sabine. Against Sabine, you want to deploy then Bahaj and defeat everything else. But yeah, because against Sabine, you can just, okay, I will traitors this green squad with the wing lead buff, but then the next turn you open just, okay, I will ECL with Poe, then I will defeat traitors, take back my green squad and win a game. But now we have the pilot thing that we didn't have back in set 3. So now I love traitors, because one thing that I hate to play against Han Solo Green, and I will show the list later, is that he can just play Falcon turn 1, hit for 3, then turn 2 he can play Chewbacca, he can play Luke and this Falcon as a pilot. Now he have a big unit, you can't deal with this, you can't bounce, you can't defeat because have Chewbacca. So traitors is really amazing in this situation. If you do this, you can just turn 2 do like resupply, then turn 3 traitors take control of this Falcon with Chewbacca. Now I would not say the game is over for sure, but it's now more complicated for Han Solo. He can use Bamboozle to I don't know, to put the upgrade in your hand. He will bounce the Chewbacca to his hand, but we will still have the traitors in hand again to maybe use it. So yeah, and yeah, the meta right now for qi'ra is really good, because qi'ra I think is really great against Quillan. I know the hand disruption can be sick sometimes. We have Persian if you use turn 1. I don't think Persian will draw a card, at least one, because even if your opponent even if your opponent Quillan plays a cost 2 ping damage, he can't defeat with Tarkin Town because Persian will only have 1 HP left, so you will draw a card, at least one. So you fix this a little bit, this hand disruption, but yeah. And yeah, mid-range is back, baby. So traitors, like I said before, I already explained. Super Laser Blast is something that we need to talk about, because now this version is more control deck. It's way different than the ECL version. The ECL version is more mid-range to aggressive, because you can play like, you can ramp, then you can, if you use resupply in turn 2, maybe you can wait your opponent to deploy Sabine, then you can defeat Sabine with ECL with Gideon. Now you have a 6/4 in the table. Now you can deploy, you can do a bunch of stuff. So yeah, you can do a lot of things with that ECL to be aggressive. You have the long pike, you have that kind of stuff. This one is more control. We have a lot of removals. We have 3 Super Laser Blasts in the main deck, which is cool because you need more time, and that's about gives you this. Plus 3 HP gives you the time that you want to control the game, to start to play Vader, Maul, Walker, Devastator, Avenger, your big units, your big threats to end the game, the late game. And The two Relentless here in the sideboard is insane, because if against Bosk Blue, you can just play this Relentless from the sideboard, and now that's probably, like, I would not say that's 100% guarantee that you're going to win the game, but it's almost 100%, because Relentless just changed everything in the Bosk Blue match, and you had the ramp and he didn't. So if you ramp, then you play Relentless really early in the game, he can't do something about it, so yes. Now let's talk about this Han Solo Yellow. This one is a pure Han Solo Yellow. I think the only card here that we can say that is different, but it's not even different anymore, is the Mandalorian. But look at this, we taking out this Mandalorian, all of the other cards is from set 3 deck, you know? Nothing changes, just the Mandalorian. We don't have the J anymore, but yeah, this one only plays with 2 Body Rook in the main deck. I don't know why. Maybe he's not expecting to play against a lot of mid-range or against control decks. He plays with only 2 Ahsokas too. I like, maybe, yeah, I think I like to play with 3 Body Rook to take more consistent, taking out the events, like the resupplies and kind of stuff. But yeah, this is a pure list. Have the Bamboos in the main deck, like I said before, for a Mage Tournament. This is insane. So he will have the Anakin, and this one is a different one for sure. Let's break down this list a little bit. Look at this. We have for sure the R2 C3PO that is insane, because this, if you play C3PO and you draw at least 1 card, you just fix Colossus. So yeah, for cost 2, you fix Colossus problem. So this is good. We have here some different cards, like the Outer Ring Outlaws, that is a 3/3 shielded, but can be a 5/3 with Anakin. But it's a 5/3 that can defeat 2 units, because have the shield. So you can use Anakin's ability, maybe defeat a Kanan or something like that. And in the next turn you can defeat something again. You can defeat Sabine leader with this, you know, and be alive. So yeah. We have here Red 5 that maybe we've not seen this too much in Anakin, but yeah, great addition. And this version is more like, we don't have the Stila to have this card advantage with Stila too, because you can draw an event card. I think it needs to be tagged, right? A tagged card. Then if she got defeated, you can draw one again. Like you see the top 8 or top 10, I don't remember. I think it's the top 8 cards, and search for a tagged card. But it's really hard to fail this, but you can in that list. I think in this one you can fail because we have less tagged cards. But this version is more to win with Anakin, with aggression, because we have Poe to play in turn 4, which is good, and we have the 2 Jedi Lightsaber and 2 Bravado, so you can deploy Anakin. Sometimes you can even win the game with 2 Bravados in turn of the deploy, because if you defeat something with Anakin, you pass the damage with Overwhelm, then you can use Bravado for 3, attack again, Bravado again, attack again, and win a game. We have this Resolute. Resolute can be a good finalizer for the end of the game, for the late game, because maybe can surprise your opponent. You play only in the ground, then sometimes you just play Resolute is an 8/8. Your opponent needs to deal with this, so yeah, it's hard, right? And this version here plays with Chan Syndulla and the main deck. Maybe he's expecting, this play is expecting the mid-range green decks that ramps or kind of stuff, or Han Solos, because you can use this Chan too. Because if we're in the turn 4, I have 4 resources, you have 4, I have 5 resources, you have 5 resources. If you're playing Han Solo, then use the ability to deploy your leader. I can play Chan, and I can deploy my leader right now, and this is really good. Now I have the Han Solo green that I hate to play against this deck, man. Oh my god. Like I said, every time I play against a Han Solo green, my opponent always do the same play, that is play Millennium Falcon turn 1, then Chewbacca turn 2, or Luke. This version can do more often the Chewbaccas only have 1 Luke. But yeah, this play is really, really good. And this is more like focused to space, and with a bunch of pilots, because we have Luke Skywalker, we have Chewbacca, we have Han Solo, and Poe Dameron as a pilot. So yeah, a very cool deck. This deck should be really, really fun to play. We have 1 Confiscate in the main deck. Maybe he's expecting a lot of pilots or upgrade things. And as we can see here, the main difference here is this stolen AT hauler, that he can play this unit in turn 1. It is a 4/5. It is really tough to handle this. For sure, you're not going to play this against a blue deck, because your opponent can use takedown just defeat and play this for free, and you don't have the Kazuda's ability to just take out this drawback of the one defeated, right? But yeah, this is a card that is a legendary, and now we have the last price that we always had in the TCG players. So if you want to start to play with this list, this card is flexible now, because you can play in Han Solo, you can play in Kazuda. It isn't a great cost right now. It is a legendary. So if you want to buy this card, or how many other cards you want, because you can buy in the TCG player. And I have here in the description below the link that goes to the TCG player. Please use this link, because yeah, when you buy the cards, you help me, because we have this affiliate thing. So yes. So now we have here this Quillan Turkin Town, that is the best of it, because made the second place, this one. So yeah, this one I'll almost say that is a pure Quillan, but it isn't, because we have this disabling Fang Fighter and Guerrilla Soldier. Let's talk about this. But as you can see, all of the list is the same thing. I think the one thing here that I don't like is only 2 surprise strikes. I like to play with 3, but what can I say? He made the second place in a huge tournament, right? So yes. And let's talk about the Guerrilla Soldier. I don't like too much. I know can be good sometimes, but I think like in the mirror match is not that good, because if my opponent play Guerrilla Soldier in turn 2, I can play Ezra, then ping the damage here, maybe use Turkin Town or defeat it, I don't know. Okay, he did 5 damage in my base, but now I have a better board. He doesn't have a cost 3 unit in the table. I have an Ezra or something like that, or maybe a Cassian, because Cassian is good because you can avoid the Turkin Town. I know he did more damage, but I rather have a better board to like control the game state, then win the game, than just do a lot of pressure and like do 5 damage with Guerrilla Soldier, then I don't know, lose this unit for any, like, this, you can just defeat this unit with Cassian, with Sabine, with Ezra, with Ahsoka, qi'ra. You can just defeat this really easy. This version don't use the Ezra one. He changed it for the Guerrilla Soldier. I like more Ezra. You can use Force Throw in the next turn, then play a Cassian, something like that. But this is more like play styles. In my play styles, I test this. I don't like too much, but maybe works for you and can be good. And for sure, the Disabling Fang Fighter, like I said before, in the main deck, can be really good in major tournaments, because you're expecting a lot of things. You don't know what to expect. So maybe against Sabine can be good, because you can just take out the Dark Saber or something like that, and a bunch of pilots of other decks. And here, finally, here we have the Sabine ACL that won the tournament. This, I can't say to you that is a pure Sabine ACL that everyone plays, because these have some difference, like 2 timely interventions, Sabine's Masterpiece. The Medal Ceremony is a card that we're not seeing too much anymore, but yeah, it's still good. This one plays with Sindar Peacekeeper in the main deck that I like. Personally, I like this, because this with ACL can be good in specific matches. You can defeat something, you can restore 2. You have a 3/5 with restore 2 for the next turn again, so this is good. We have 2 Dark Sabers here. We kind of seen more Sabine runs with Dark Saber or General's Blade, but this one is only Dark Saber. We have Chewbacca. This is Sabine ACL list with some spice tech like Timely Intervention. But let's talk about something different here. That is this Sabine's Masterpiece. I really like this card, and I'm not seeing a lot of Sabines playing with it. Let's talk about this. If you play in turn 1, Battlefield Marine, Luke Skywalker, or Phoenix Squadron A-Wing, that is the cost 2 that we have here. So you can play like, we have 9 cards that is command aspects that you can play in turn 1. In turn 2, you can use ECL to defeat those units and any others. Red 5, Fireball, Falcon, and don't even lose Sabine's Masterpiece. Why? Because we have this on attack, and if you have a command unit, give an experience token to a unit. So you can use this, put the experience token and Sabine's Masterpiece and defeat those units. You can defeat Red 5, Falcon, Fireball, and be alive. And something that I think most of the players don't understand is that ambush can be ambush can be a removal. Like I will explain this here too. Think that in turn 2 maybe you play Sundar Peacekeeper. In turn 3 you have 4 resources. You can use Silent Intervention with Sabine Masterpiece. Then you have Sundari, or you have a cost 2 that you play in turn 1 that is green. Now you can attack for 4 with Sabine's Masterpiece if you did those units again. And you don't even spend the ECL, you can even use ECL the next turn with Pulse, something like that, because you use Eternal Intervention with the Sabine Masterpiece. But you spend 4 resources, right? Maybe your opponent have a Millennial Falcon. Then if you play with blue, you can play Takedown and defeat that Falcon. So you spend 4 resources to remove this Falcon, right? This is a removal. This Takedown is a removal. Think about this ambush. You play Sabine's Masterpiece and Silent Intervention, so you spend 4 resources like a Takedown. You remove the Falcon, but now you will still have a 4-1 in the table. That your opponent needs to deal with this, because otherwise you would continue attacking and put another experience token kind of stuff. So it's better than a removal, you know. It is a removal, but put a body in the board. This is something that you need to be aware. Ambush is a removal, can be a removal. So yeah. So yes, the meta is healthy. Here we have this chart, this graph. No, this is not a graph. This is a chart. I don't know the right word in English, but yeah, we have this thing here, and this is the top 64 of the Richmond sector. And as you can see, we have more Quinlans, and the second one was qi'ra, the third one was Sabine, aside with Han Solo from set 1, and it's 5 green and 3 yellow. I just forgot to put it here. But yeah, we have Cat Bane's, Vader, and like I said, we don't have a single Luke here. We have only one Yoda, and it's not the Yoda green, it's Yoda red. We have the Macy Windu red, which is cool. This guy probably won the showcase. So yeah, we have only one Vader. We saw in the start of the video that we have a bunch of Vaders in the tournament, but now in the top 64 we only have one Vader from set 1. With the Data Vault, and we have 4 Vaders from the Jump to Lightspeed, which is great, and one of them is blue. That is kind of surprising. So yeah, most of the qi'ras is with Data Vault. The Data Vault meta, look at this, we have 7 qi'ras with Data Vault, we have 1 Han Solo 2 with Data Vault, we have Vader with Data Vault, we have Iron Rage with Data Vault. Data Vault is the main thing right now. If you're playing green, you probably, if you don't want ECL, you probably will go play with Data Vault, or is maybe Han Solo is playing with the 30 HP base, and yeah, I don't think Han Solo wants to play with the Data Vault because you make your deck more inconsistent, and Han Solo wants to be consistent because he wants to play Falcon, he wants to play Chewbacca and turn 2 as a pilot, he wants to do this, and if you put plus 10 cards in your deck, you can't do this too often, you know, so... But the other mid-range decks, you're going to play with plus 10 cards, but any card that you draw can be good for you. So yeah, that's why they play with Data Vault. It's plus 3 HP is really good. The drawback to have plus 10 cards in your deck for the 3 HP is okay, so that's why they're playing. And here the top 8, we have like 7 different decks. You have 2 Han Solos, but one is green, one is yellow. It's 2 different decks. So yeah, this is a health mat. It's way better than the Django one. So thank you for the suspension. I was a Han Solo player, a Han Solo yellow player, and I'm pretty fine with the DJ ban. I think if they're going to suspend the Django and the Triple Dark Radio, they need to do this with the DJ, because otherwise we're going to see Han Solo being like Django. Maybe not close to Django, but something like it, you know. So this is it. This is everything that I have to say about this Richmond. What are you guys thinking about the meta? What are you guys thinking about the list? See here in the comments. See you in the next video.